gear, ready for action.
Area secure. Cover the advances.
First game of this series, it's Luvnest versus Crazyman, 64335. Luvnest is the number 2 seed. Crazyman is, I actually forgot.
Mission accomplished.
Number 7 seed. And this is round 3, Star-Crossed Cup. Luvnest playing as Oberkommando West in the north, Crazyman playing as U.S. Forces in the south, which is something we haven't seen all that frequently.
We're taking lead over here!
Round ours.
Keep the pressure up!
But I guess Crazyman's going to try and make that work. He's going with a 3 rifleman opening. He's already being pushed around by the SWS half-track over here. Stern Pioneers are engaging riflemen from a distance over there on the right. And Folks Grenadiers have moved up to support. Third squad of riflemen is making its way
Nuts. We got orders coming.
up the right side.
Someone get us out of here!
And the engagement continues over here. It doesn't look like it's going all that well for the riflemen, though. Stern Pioneers have taken a bit of damage. They'll be forced to retreat relatively soon. And this SWS half-track continues to get pushed around, or continues pushing around these riflemen. It's taken a little bit of damage, not all that much. The Folks Grenadiers in cover here continue to bleed them and injure them. And rear echelon troops are making their way up the left. And since the Stern Pioneers look like they were forced to retreat, the Wounded Rifleman squad is going to continue trying to work on this area. Luvnest probably needs to start thinking about teching up now, as he's got his 3 Folks Grenadier squads out. And these riflemen are going to make their way up the left side.
Area is ours.
Those riflemen take a lot of damage in their harassment attempt there. Luvnest was clearly quite prepared for that with those sandbags. Doesn't even take any damage, I don't think, on those riflemen's approach. Forces the retreat and is making his way down to the strategic point. And these Folks Grenadiers are going to move towards the haystacks.
Tactical point being captured.
Someone get us out of here! Adjust your fire! Magazine! Magazine!
We have a lieutenant reporting in for duty. A capture point is being overrun.
Stick with me and you might...
Sandbag position going up here in the center.
Good job.
And Folks Grenadiers taking the strategic point there. Fighting position has gone up here in the top left, and he's actually throwing a 50 cal on that. Interesting. He's going to try and shut down harassment of the left side with a very early fighting position there. I'm wondering how Luvnest is going to respond to that. It's not likely to shut down more than one push, because the way it's angled, it's easily going to be flanked around the north, and it'll just take a couple Panzerschreck shots to destroy that. But depending on if Luvnest is paying attention, it could shut down one attempt, maybe, which is, I think 60 munitions is kind of a lot. Of munitions to spend just to shut down one harassment attempt, but it does buy a little time, and it can make a crucial difference, especially when you want to dedicate all of your forces to a push on the right side. Luvnest has gone with the battle group headquarters here in his base. So, no flak half-track against this U.S. forces. He's is going to be struggling a little bit until he gets access to Oversoldat and some kind of counter to the M20, which is probably on the way. Or no, an AA half-track. I don't know why I said M20. Oh, I said M20 because I see 3 riflemen, but I guess he was bleeding enough manpower that the timing just didn't work out until he had 60 fuel. So AA half-track is on its way, which is definitely going to be a serious problem for Luvnest. And I don't know what the deal is with Breakthrough. Breakthrough is just so popular as OKW on this map, and I sincerely do not understand it. Everyone is picking this commander, and I don't get it. It just doesn't seem that good, but okay. G43s have been upgraded on the Panzer Fusiliers over here. Something must have happened to the meta that I'm not aware of, where suddenly Breakthrough is just all about Breakthrough on this map. Somebody has to explain it to me, though.
Half-track, ready for action.
Objective secured!
Volksgrenadier is grabbing control of the fuel point over there. We've got more squads making their way towards the south. Panzer Fusiliers in the building, and light harassment of the munitions over here, finally corrected by the lieutenant, gets that back under control, and the AA half-track has made its way to the front line.
We're losing a capture point.
Yeah, I know it's a good map for Tier 3 first, Legendary Sage 6, but he didn't go Tier 3 first. He went Battlegroup Headquarters well before he fielded any Panzer Fusiliers. And I've been saying all along that Fusiliers do kind of make sense if you go Flak half-track. But that's not what even happened here, so I honestly just don't get that. Volksgrenadiers have to retreat there. Rakettenwerfer needs to get one more shot off on that AA half-track. It's being repaired now. Oh, he stopped repairs. No. Not sure what he wants to do, I guess. Continues repairs there. G43 set up in green cover, engaging these.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Lieutenant squad and reinforcement continuing here in the base. Pretty nice harassment by Crazyman early on here, shutting off all of Luvnest resource income, taking control of the north cutoff. Yeah, half-track making its way a little closer to start firing at those Volksgrenadiers, but the terrain means the auto cannons are going to have trouble connecting. I think the Rakettenwerfer's trying to get in range. Rear echelon troops not doing that great of a job screening it away. Volksgrenadiers did retreat. Second squad moving up to take back control of the cutoff. Meanwhile, over here, Fusiliers were able to force away one rifle squad and move to take that strategic point back there. So Luvnest's resource income has been restored, and again, he still has one victory point under his control, so he's not in that bad of a situation. He just needs to try and prevent any further harassment of this area. Crazyman has not picked his commander yet. He's got mechanized infantry and airborne available to him.
The capture point is being overrun.
Kraut's got a Panzer Shrek!
Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being hung out to dry.
Engagement happening here for the building. The American does not have grenades, so it doesn't really have any way to force his opponent out of these buildings other than brute force, and the Volksgrenadiers here are having no problem dealing with these lone rifleman pushes. Crazyman kind of keeping his forces spread a little thin, and as a result, he isn't really doing very well in these engagements. Lieutenant charging across red cover in short range against these G-43s definitely stands no chance.
The capture point is under attack.
Luvnest still hasn't teched up, despite having 120 fuel. He could have teched up a while ago. He's continuing to operate just on Volksgrenadiers and G-43s, and it's working quite well.
We're losing a capture point.
And it's pretty common, I guess, to see Oberkommando West focus their manpower on call-ins after they've gotten 3 Volksgrenadiers, maybe a Raketenwerfer. After that, it's all about MG-34s. It's all about MG-34s, and I guess in this tournament, apparently Panzer Fusiliers, which seem to be performing pretty well against Americans. I think that they're a little weak in the sense that they can't necessarily always beat riflemen at the ranges that this map tends to have going on. I think BARs probably do pretty well, but it mostly will come down to the usage of cover and grenades and who purchases upgrades and who utilizes the vehicles better. So there's a lot of factors to consider. This AA half-track is doing okay, but it's only inflicted 6 kills so far, which is not that many, and Luvnest has a lot of infantry at his disposal. He's going to be teching up soon, and when he does, I don't really know if Luvnest is going to have much of a solution to that. Is this major artillery? Okay, well, it destroyed those sandbags. I guess it's able to do that much. But as usual, I think that ability is wasted munitions. Over here we have
One of our capture points.
Riflemen grabbing that strategic point.
Give me a security perimeter. Send order.
Ground infantry! Wait till they move!
We're under large fire!
Lots of infantry at Luvnest's disposal, yet he has no map control. He's really struggling to get this territory back. This AA half-track is definitely doing a nice job of shutting him down, and Luvnest as a result has actually gone Jagdpanzer. So Jagdpanzer backed by a G43 is definitely a reasonable strategy because it means he doesn't necessarily have to spend that much on Panzerschrecks. He's going to be relying on that Jagdpanzer to take out the US forces vehicles instead, and a Jagdpanzer is so powerful against US forces as compared to, for example, Soviet Guard motor coordination. Even Jezelin couldn't seem to make them work, but I think Luvnest is probably going to experience a lot more success, especially since it arrives quite early if you rush it, which Luvnest has. Since his very first vehicle, it arrived quite quickly, doesn't even have any other tech structures, and it's going to mean that that AA half-track is quite vulnerable to it, especially since the US forces haven't fielded any counter to it, and this Sherman certainly isn't going to be much of a meaningful threat. And it looks like he found it. Lands one shot. AA half-track trying to get to safety. It will round the corner. Here comes the attack. Ground attempt. Oh, wow, that was close. Very close. Oh, he goes for the long shot and it does connect. Nice play by Luvnest. He was firing completely blind as far as I'm aware through that hedge, and he just happened to make it cap it. Just happened to connect. So the AA half-track is down, and the American player is now operating on only this Sherman.
Enemy infantry! The capture point is under attack.
Contact!
HE shells thrown up on the Sherman, which is going to try and push away the Stern Pioneers there. Meanwhile, Luvnest map control is getting... How did that building just die? Oh, major artillery. Okay, I was like, what? That is one of the few things major artillery actually can do. It can destroy buildings. At least the shitty, fragile buildings, not so much the stronger buildings like on Famine Hill Approach. Sherman catches the Volksgrenadier squad way out of position. R3s are about to get wiped, sacrificing that entire squad just to do a tiny amount of damage and engine damage to that Sherman, but it looks like he's going to follow up, lands the shot with the Jagdpanzer. I don't know if that Sherman's going to be able to get to safety. Could consider popping smoke. Grenade tried to go off on the Jagdpanzer to damage its engine, but it didn't quite connect. Here comes another attempt. Not successful. That Sherman is utilizing repair critical. He repaired the engine. Sherman trying to get to safety. Popping smoke now, but I think it's too late. There it goes. Sherman is destroyed by that Jagdpanzer, and the U.S. forces has been reduced to basically no vehicles, and this is the second time in the tournament that we have seen a Jagdpanzer absolutely destroy the U.S. forces. It seems that this thing is just so difficult for them to deal with, especially when it arrives this early. It has great frontal armor, range, rate of fire, damage. It's got great mobility, so it's very hard to chase down and kill, and it is a serious threat. In fact, the only time we've seen one die against U.S. forces, I think, is when one was swarmed by EZ-8s. Oh, never mind, that wasn't even in this tournament. That was just some random game I was guessing, so not sure that counts. In fact, we still haven't even seen Rifle Company in this tournament. Not a single time. Infantry Company this time by Crazyman, which I definitely think is a good call. Infantry Company is very powerful against Oberkommando West, especially on a map like this, where Infantry Company is just powerful in general because of the LMGs and artillery. But I don't know if this is a situation that can be come back from, especially not if you're going to start making decisions like this. The mortar half-track is a horrible unit in all situations, especially one where you... I think it's already going to die. Maybe not. Doesn't quite feel comfortable diving it. And why bother? It doesn't even really pose a particularly significant threat.
Mortar carrier is now ready for action.
Bust out the metal, boys! We're taking promotion! Get down! Grenade! Field promotion!
We're losing a capture point.
Are you serious? Boys, we just got promoted!
The supply line just got cut off.
Under fire! Don't give up! Cover the dead ground!
Heavy machine gun team ready for orders.
Lead man!
U.S. forces is completely boxed in his base right now. There is basically...
All done over here!
I don't want to say there's nothing he can do, but if I were in his situation, I certainly don't know what I would do.
We just got promoted!
At this point, you really feel stuck as U.S. forces because you've gone infantry, which means you can't paradrop an AT gun. He doesn't have a captain. He kind of went all in, and with the major, then he made the Sherman, which died before he could really inflict any damage, which means that he's in this really awkward situation where he doesn't have a counter. Not only does he not have a counter to this unit, he can't even make a counter to this unit without first going captain, or maybe researching some bazookas, but he doesn't really have the munitions for those either because of all of the LMGs he's made. And you feel a lot of pressure as U.S. forces to counter your opponent's infantry because vetted Volksgrenadiers and Obers and even Panzer Fusiliers up to a certain point are so hard to chew through. It's just so much stuff. And you need to field really hard counters to that, and that takes up a lot of your resources to do. You need to spend so much on LMGs. You need to spend so much on your AA half-track or mortar and 50 cal, whatever it is. You're spending a lot of resources, and then you're in this awkward situation where your opponent now has a Jagdpanzer, and you don't even have a way to make something that can hurt it, let alone something that can hurt it. So I definitely feel Crazyman's pain here. I'm not sure what he's going to do to get himself out of this situation. It's a situation I've been in many times, and I certainly don't know what to do about it.
Dirt is ours. We're getting plastered over here! Task complete. Crew ready. Get that factory, boys. Stick with me and you might just make it. Capture complete!
The capture point is under attack.
God damn it! Keep your radar! Shrek! Kraut infantry!
He's been triple capped. He's trying to get that situation back under control now. Jagdpanzer has circled around the south flank and is about to nail his ambulance. And there it goes. There's nothing he can really do about this. He doesn't have units that can hurt a Jagdpanzer. He just doesn't have a counter. I think teching to captain is basically the only thing he can do, but it's costs so much fuel. I think it looks like he's going for a Jackson, which, to be honest, is a mistake. A Jackson can't really outslug a Jagdpanzer. The only way it can beat one is if it gets behind it somehow, and I have no clue how that would happen. And even if it did, it's got Panzerschreck for support, it's got Raketenwerfer for support. I think he's just too behind.
Damn it! Someone get us out of here!
LMG is doing what they can to the Sturm Pioneers over here, though.
We don't want no safety. Ground's ours, so spread out. Gotcha! Point secure. Man out. Missile range! Rounds hitting high! Enemy contact! Infantry in force! Kraut's got us pegged!
Two squads making their way down the right side, firing at these rear echelons and lieutenant alike, all going to be easily forced away. I know I said I don't think Panzer Fusiliers are all that great on this map, but I'm clearly being proven wrong. 23 kills on this squad with their G43s, 21 on this squad, and they're both Vet 4. And he didn't even seem to really need Panzerschrecks to take on his opponent's AA half-track or Sherman. The Jagdpanzer got the job done just fine, really. And a Raketenwerfer provided good enough support to keep him safe.
You got a captain hitting the field.
And now it's the American player who finds himself without a counter to vehicles at all. Grenade going out on this squad, nicely dodged.
Krauts are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
And a captain has been purchased. Again, I feel like this is really his only option. I don't know how far it's going to get him. Mortar half-track gets sniped by the Jagdpanzer. Nice rifle grenade on the Dukes, and he does manage to take that out thanks to the support from his captain.
Target destroy line just got cut off.
I don't honestly think it matters that much, though.
Enemy infantry! Counter-assault!
Area's ours. Taking fire! We're losing a capture point.
This does not look like a good situation for those riflemen to be in. I don't know, maybe they'll escape.
Area secured!
Wow, somehow. I didn't think they were going to. With that 5G43s chasing after them, they did get away. More major artillery. God, stop using that terrible ability. It doesn't do anything. So much wasted munitions that you're already so behind. You need to buy like a ton of bazookas and LMGs and you're dropping major artillery. As if your situation isn't bad enough.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Promotion just came in! Where's flank security? Don't let them back up!
Our supply line just got cut off.
50 cal doing very good damage to that squad. Looks like it's going to get away okay, though. Crazyman continues to just try to break free of this containment somehow.
Suppressive fire!
But he's just sort of running into a brick wall. Nice harassment attempt over here, but that's a pretty rude awakening.
The capture point is under attack.
Hit him with crossfire!
really at that point that you probably realize that you're not in a good situation. This should really be the center of your focus as U.S. forces at all times. You should be pushing and attacking and putting pressure on this. If you can't even get the points right outside your base under your control, there's very little hope for the game going in your favor. And this just goes to show what a huge setback it is to have to go from Major back to Captain, especially after losing a tank. Ever since fielding this captain, he has not made a fuel purchase. I mean, 27 minutes into the game when he's going to be getting his second tank or a tank destroyer or whatever it is. It's pretty late. That is pretty late, and the Overcommando West just loves it when they don't have any vehicles harassing their infantry and they can just retreat at a leisurely 4 men remaining with nothing chasing them. Just slowly vetting up into the best situation in the world.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Here's ours. Coming up on the flank! Your shit. Follow me.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Enemy is flanking!
A capture point is under attack.
LMG is engaging this Volksgrenadier squad. G43 is engaging the captain. He's been forced to retreat. Luvnest easily herding all of these squads right back to base as he takes control of every single point on the map.
Watch out! Stay down! Keep your cover! Keep them empty! Enemy contact! Infantry in force! God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
Volksgrenadiers have to retreat. Jagdpanzer continues to apply pressure. Infantry can't do anything. He's just stuck.
Enemy armor! Area secure! Area secure!
Stern Pioneers getting picked off at range by riflemen. Not sure that's going to really accomplish all that much. LMGs are moving up to try to get the victory point under control. Try to slow things down. Oh, that mine! I guess that could have been worse. I thought that might be a squad wipe there for a second.
Area secured. That was too easy.
And there it is. GG, Crazyman surrenders.